I don't think I don't think he's a like a great driver. He's a decent driver, in my point of view, because because like the car has a lot to do with it, and they've got a good car.
Yeah, but I mean, he's up there in P2, you know.
Yeah, because he's in the Mercedes. I'd love to see him be up there P2 in the Ferrari. Like, let's be honest. If
Dude,
Hamilton was in that Mercedes, would George have won?
no,
Exactly.
no.
Exactly.
Dude,
That's what I'm trying to tell
that's
you.
that's my next topic was I had completely forgotten on like in quali. I had forgotten about like the takeoff that
Oh,
Ferrari
the
had.
Ferrari takeoff.
I had forgotten, and then when it happened, I was like, what the fuck? And then I was like, oh yeah, they were good there. But then dude, they held on to it for a while. I think that if they do more treks that are like this and Ferrari manages to stay in front and not fuck themselves with a strategy, because
uh,
again, what was that bullshit?
Ferrari tactics. It was
Oh my
2023.
God,
That's what it
dude.
was. It was
Oh,
2023 again.
it was so bad, dude. I was like, when they didn't pit, I was like,
Twice.
I know, but I was like,
Twice.
I know to pit. Me, just this. I'm sitting here.
I thought about it too, and I was like,
Oh my
and it's a good thing that
God.
you brought that up because I wanted to talk Ferrari tactics because I think that's what cost them the race. I think they're there. I think
Yeah.
they're probably the stronger car, to be honest. Like I think they're probably the stronger car. The thing is
What
that
when they're in front,
well
like
that's
with
what I'm
clean air.
that's what I'm saying though. Like they're probably the stronger car. Had they
But I
pitted
don't.
one, any of them, you take your
They would
pick,
have won.
they would have won.
They would have
Ferrari
won.
would have won the race. Whether it was Hamilton or Leclerc, they would have won the race.
Yeah.
Had they
Whoever got the
pitted
pit.
one. But they got greedy. They were like,
Yeah.
oh, in clean air, we're going to blow them out the water. And that wasn't the case.
And well, that's why I'm saying they would win if they could hold on to tire deg and all that from being pushed the whole time, or like from being someone right up their ass the whole time
Yeah.
and battling the whole time. Because once the Mercedes would get in front, we saw what happened. It's like they lapped everyone all the way up to eighth place or seventh place.
Yeah.
Lindblad or Behrman, one of them was the last one that got lapped, and I was like, holy shit! Like if this would have been another 10 laps, they might have lapped every fucking body almost.
Well, the thing is that, like, I wanted to talk Ferrari tactics because they have a good start.
Yeah.
The car has a smaller turbo and it held on. Now, the next question is it tires? Is it aerodynamics? Because let's look at it this way. This is what I saw from my point of view. I was like, that Red Bull is weird because in dirty air, it eats up gaps like crazy. Like, I haven't seen a car like that in a long, long time. Like, but when it got clean air, like 20 seconds, it just sat there forever. And I was
Well,
like,
even no,
what the hell?
even with when he was chasing down Lando, he never caught up. He
No,
stayed put
no,
at
but
point 0.9 seconds the whole time.
yeah, but that was tired Deg. That was Lando on a medium and him on a hard. But I noticed this about the Red Bull. When he was on a hard, that was their better tire.
Yeah,
But it was even better when he was following someone. Like as
yeah.
soon as he got into the
They would
slipstream,
get hot. They'd get hot enough to.
yeah, as soon as he got into the slipstream, it was like, boom, he just
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
started
yeah.
gaining on them. He would pass them, and then he would like open a gap, and then he'd be like 20, I don't know, like I think it was like 10 seconds to the next car, and he'd be
Yeah.
slowly, really slowly gaining. But as soon as he got into that like 6 second window, 8 second window,
Yeah.
boom, again, he just
It
sucked
was like a
into them.
vacuum.
Yeah,
Just
that was
I was
really
watching.
weird
I was
about
watching.
that.
I was watching because as soon as obviously everything started right, and I see like all the shit happening, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be such a good season. I'm
Yeah,
gonna. I
I
mean,
said the same thing.
this is why I did this because I was like, was like, "What is happening?"
No, I
Because we used to get like 2 passes a damn race, and now it's like
yeah, but that's
so
the
when anyways, when I was watching that happen, I realized that I was like, "I haven't even looked to see where Max is, if Lando's climbed or nothing," you know?
mm-hmm,
And so I started looking down, and I saw that the first time I saw Verstappen, he was in, like
13th.
no, he was further down,
Further
dude.
down is like
He was
6th,
like he was like
17th.
15th.
Yeah.
He was like 15th, and then out of nowhere, when I was like, "Oh shit, let me go check what's going on down there," he was in like fucking 10th or 8th or something already, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Yeah.
It
Like
was it
like
was
the Red Bull
nuts.
is weird. To me the Red Bull is weird because no other car was climbing dirty air like that. Like that's
Do
really
you
weird.
do you think that do you think how do you think it's gonna do on their track? That's gonna be interesting.
I think that the reason why the race was so close until the pit stops
Mm,
was because they had to manage the power more. There's less braking zones in
mhm.
Australia. So like I noticed that George got into the groove of like not letting his battery go down lower than 50%. And
Yeah,
everybody that could keep their battery above 50% maintained that gap, which is why Verstappen couldn't get to Lando. Like he figured it
mhm,
out. Like Lando figured it out, and I would see their battery consumptions, and it would be like fifty
mhm,
percent back up to 75, 50% back up to 75, and like the first
mhm.
one that got that was George. Like he immediately like figured it out. He was like, "Oh shit!" Which is why at the end Mercedes was like, "You don't need to lift and coast. You don't need to light go anymore." Because there was no way
Yeah,
they were gonna catch him.
yeah, but at the same time, it's like I feel like that was common. Before I even saw the race, I knew that this was gonna be a lot more up here for the drivers than
Yeah,
this now.
yeah.
Like, this matters a lot, but up here, how you manage, like, your battery and shit is
Mm-hmm.
gonna make a huge fucking
No,
difference.
no, it's definitely gonna be a more entertaining season because FIA and Formula One are delivering on what they said it was gonna be like. There's gonna be like
Yeah.
more action, more
Oh, yeah.
passing, and it's because especially in this race, the battery management is what made it like that because somebody would drain their battery to pass and then be caught up and then the other guy would get it back and then they would be recharged while the other guy was undercharged and then they would get it back, you know. So it was a lot of battery like management that was
Yeah,
helping the race be like that and they were racing
yeah,
closer, but as soon as they made a gap big enough, like they were gone. Like the top four were gone as soon as the gaps were big enough.
yeah.
They were gone. Like Lando was hanging on for dear life. Verstappen basically realized that Lando figured it out, and that's why he couldn't get past him. The Red Bull is weird. It's fat. It was fast on the hards while trailing someone, but it was slow with clean air. It wasn't really fast on the medium. The Ferrari was hella fast on the medium, and then it was like slow with the hards. Like it just wouldn't. It was the same speed with the hards as the Mercedes with the hards because they wouldn't
Yeah,
gain on them at all.
yeah.
You know, so like I have a feeling that the Ferrari is a stronger car. It's just that this track
Sucked for it.
was better for the
Yeah.
Mercedes. This is where they had to get the tactics right in that pit stop.
I'm gonna tell you what, from seeing this first race, it makes me excited now because I think Monaco might be a different beast now.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's still
I think
fucking boring. It's still gonna be boring.
I don't think so. I think it's gonna be a lot funner, dude.
I th-
There's no way it's not gonna be.
but the thing is that there's a lot of areas in Monaco for the battery to recharge, but
Yeah.
there isn't that very many like passing zones. So it's like the guy in front is gonna get passed in the passing zone, and then the
Mhm.
guy behind him is gonna pass him in the next passing zone if he doesn't manage his battery correctly. Like I think it's just gonna be more of like, oh I got you, oh you got me the next lap, oh I got you, you got me the next lap. And if they introduce the
But you
stupid
don't
two,
think it'll
if they do the stupid two pit stop rule that Aston Martin used last year to or the year before
Yeah,
to get like more positions because they would hold back the whole field, like
yeah.
that's just even that makes it even worse. Like so, I don't.
I
I'm
don't
not
know. I'm
excited for
excited.
Monaco. I'm not really excited for
I'm
Monaco.
excited.
What I'm
I'm
excited
excited.
for is like tracks like uh, Baku. Like that's a really good track. That's got a lot of slow sectors.
Or Ferrari.
Yeah, like I'm excited for those kind of tracks for Ferrari, and I'm excited for the open tracks like Spa or Imola for Mercedes because they're gonna have
Yeah.
a lot of speed, you know. But I'm also excited to see what the Red Bull can do in those tracks that are gonna favor Ferrari because the Red Bull's really good following other cars. Like I saw that today. Like I was like, this is odd. Like why is Verstappen just sucking
I'm
into the other cars in front of him. And then
well,
then
and
when he's
not
out
only
out
that,
front in clean air, he sucks.
but not only that though, they have good quality pace. So like Hajar was unlucky today. I want to know what would have happened if his engine didn't go out.
I
I
want to
mean,
know what would have
he was in like
happened
third
if
and fourth
I want to know
forever.
what would have happened if Verstappen didn't fly out on the first quali. Like he actually positioned in
Well, that's what
Q3.
I'm saying. If he would have been where Hajar is
Yeah,
and the engine failure, it would have still happened. Well, to Hajar, it would have still happened apparently.
yeah,
But I'm just saying, i- if it hadn't happened to his car, I want to know what would have happened overall because
yeah,
that would have thrown a few wrenches in that shit for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, I think Hadjar would have dropped back eventually. I do want to talk
Yeah, but how
about
far?
probably like two places. He probably would have been fifth, and Lando would have been sixth, and Verstappen would have been seventh. Like,
But I want to. Speaking of those engine issues, like what happened? What did happen to Hajar? That was my next key.
well, he had hydraulic malfunctions. Like he just lost the gearbox and then lost complete power. It was just basically like the car died.
Wow,
I mean, I'm not gonna knock the Ford engine because
I will.
people seem to forget that Ford has won championships in Formula One before. Like the people that haven't seen back enough, they don't know this. They don't know that Ford's been in Formula One before and they won championships. Like it's kind of like the people that are
Yeah,
like
but
knocking on Honda and forget that Honda has won championships too. It's like
they already forgot. That's the
they're
point.
gonna get it. Eventually, they're gonna get it right. I'm more excited about the aero package on the Red Bull because it works different to everybody else's. Like at least that's what I saw in the race. It works completely different.
Just because when it's in hot air,
I
it
think it's an advantage
something's.
in tracks that have a lot of corners. Like I think it's gonna
Oh
be an advantage in track. It's like the Sebastian Vettel car. It wasn't really fast in the straights. Like it wasn't really that good.
yeah,
But in the corners, it was really quick. It was really fast. Like he did a lot of passes as soon as you would get out of the corners.
I think that matters more this season though than. I mean, obviously it worked back then, but
Yeah,
that's more important this season than last because I think last season they a lot of people did have a car that was fast in the corners,
but
slow in the
they didn't have a
straights.
lot of top speed. Yeah,
Yeah. And then there was the teams that had a lot of top speed and then were slow in the corners. And that's why everything was so tight because they were
yeah,
like opposites of each other. So depending on which track was next, that's pretty much who was gonna win that.
yeah. All
But
right,
now it's way now it's different. It's
I gotta ask about this because I know you're gonna laugh about it. Lindblad, what's up with that? Like
with what?
I was
He was doing good
exactly.
forever.
I was
Like
watching him,
way
and I was
good.
like, "Is he gonna make me shut my ass up? Is he gonna make me shut my mouth for
Yeah,
like
dude.
criticizing him that he got P6 and F2, and there should be five other guys that should be in that seat instead of him, and he only got it because
Before
he's a
him.
Red Bull Junior." Like, because when I saw that, I was like, "Bro, what the hell?" Like,
He didn't shy away at. He wanted all
I
the smoke with
he wanted the
everybody.
smoke with
Max,
Verstappen, dude. Like
everybody.
everybody,
He didn't
everybody.
give a fuck, dude.
And on that note, I was like, my boy Lawson, you need to retire, please.
Yeah.
How the hell are
Yeah,
you
dude.
in 13th in that
Dude,
car?
I
Like
don't, dude. The battles that was happening with Lindblad and stuff, I was just like, dude, this kid is he's something. He's something special
he's
now.
got
I
some.
believe
He's got something
he's got
special.
something.
Yeah.
He's got something in there. I won't say that he's champion material or nothing,
Not yet,
but
anyways.
not yet. But like,
It's
he's got
it's
something.
kind of like me with Kimmy right now. Like this is the car that I was waiting for him to have
To see,
to really see what he's got, and he delivered. He delivered today,
yeah,
but it's 1 out of 21. You
yeah. I was
know,
gonna say it's early too. Still, like
it's early.
it's the first one,
We don't
but
know. We don't know.
it's a good start. It ain't.
We still don't know like if there's more power in that Mercedes. We still don't know if Ferrari's like, wait a minute. If we fix this and this, we'll have more aero and we'll be able to cut them down even faster because at the end of the,
Yeah,
they were catching them like the Mercedes was losing its tires. I got a little excited at the end when I saw Hamilton catching Leclerc, but I was like, they're
Leclerc,
not gonna
bro.
let him pass. I mean, they're not gonna let him pass. They're gonna be like, hey, let's just stay third and fourth. But I got a little excited about it. I think that it took a little too long to pressure. Like he took care of those tires a little too long
Yeah,
because Leclerc was falling off like 7 laps before the race was over,
yeah.
and
He could have
Hamilton didn't
passed him
start
easily.
pushing till like 3 laps before the race was over.
Yeah,
You know,
he could have pushed
and I was listening
for a podium.
to his team radio for the longest time, and it was just when he said "leave me
Dead
to
air.
it."
It was just
It
silent.
was how it's supposed to be, not like the other guy that kept telling him stupid shit that he didn't need to
Yeah.
know. Like it was just dead silence until he was like, "What's the time to the car in front?" You know, and then the guy was like, "Oh,
Yeah, till he asked
you're
him
like
something.
2.8," and he's like, "Okay." And then we just see him start pushing.
Silent.
You see him start pushing. It's silent. So I'm excited for the way that the race came out, and I hope it's like a better tell of what's going on. Lindblad, respect today. Respect
Yeah,
today. I still haven't
today.
been sold, but respect. Respect.
Yeah.
Bortoleto magic. Like, how do you keep that Audi in ninth when you've got all these other guys on your ass? And Haas did good because they've got
No,
that
that's been a
Ferrari engine.
fight. Well, it was a battle with
It was
him
a
the whole
battle,
time
yeah.
too. The
Like
whole
he
race,
had
dude.
to battle the whole race to keep it in the points.
I think
That's
that would be a
magic.
driver of the day
To
in
me
this
that's
one.
more important than what we already know. Max is gonna climb through the things because all the other cars suck. Like we already know that, right?
Yeah.
And he got voted driver of the day because he went from 20th to sixth. Okay, yeah, I get it. He gained 14 places, but
Nah, though.
but this kid needs a proper ride. He needs a proper ride. Bortoleto fought the whole
That was
race.
a driver.
He got the smoke from everyone that was around him. He pitted, lost places, came
Came
back
back.
into the points, and the
Yep.
fucking Audi finished. Like if nobody was giving them points.
No.
It
No,
was
no, no.
it was top four, right? Everybody was saying McLaren, Mercedes, Ferrari, and what's the other one? Red Bull.
Red Bull.
They're getting points, so that's 8 spots right there. And they're like,
Yeah.
and they're probably and it's either gonna be Alpine or Haas. You know, Haas had double points, but Alpine, like, what the hell happened?
Yeah. They're
Williams.
that one. That was on my next thing on my list.
Let's move on.
I was
Williams.
like, what is happening, dude? How are, I was like, P15 and what was it, P15 16 or 15 14, something like that
I think it
forever.
was 14-15 because Checo was 16.
And I was, oh yeah, yeah, we'll get there too. I wanted to, yeah, but yeah, the whole time I was just like, you guys went way down in the pecking order from last season. Like everything looked like you guys were moving up
Yeah.
significantly this year, and holy shit, I don't even know I'm like
Well,
speechless.
the thing is that you take a year off, and then the team principal, I forget what his name is, the team principal, um,
James Wells.
Valls has been saying, "Oh yeah, wait till 2026. Wait till 2026. We didn't do anything to the car in 2025 because we're into 2026."
Yeah,
And then you show up and
and
you're
you
and you
suck.
bombed. Like you
Yeah,
bombed.
Yeah.
because you supposedly said you didn't develop the car last year because everything was going to this year. You had a
Yep.
lot of aero time because you didn't finish in the top places in the championship anyway. So you had a lot of aero time, a lot of tunnel time
Yeah.
to get all that shit. Like you're overweight, you failed crash tests. Like what the hell's going on? You haven't changed anything that was the problem with Williams the last 6 7 years. I mean,
Yeah.
you might as well give the team back to the Williams lady because
Yeah.
she did the same thing.
There's just,
You
I
might as
don't
well
know
give it
what's
back to
going
her. I
on.
honestly want to ask them to give it back to her because I'd rather have her being a Williams, running Williams because they're running it exactly the way that she was running it. Like,
Yeah.
you got to be
It
shitting me.
I lost a lot of trust in James Vowles when I saw what was happening over there because I was like, Albon and Sainz, they're not
They're not bad drivers.
P15, 16
Yeah, they're not
drivers,
bad
like,
drivers.
or 14, 15. They should be up there top 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. That was just, I'm baffled. I don't even know what to say about it. It was just crazy how shitty it was. I really thought they were going to be a decent, like, up
Yeah.
there. I thought they were going to be top six, top seven.
All right.
Nope.
Okay, so we know who the winner is, right, George? Who would you
Yeah.
consider the loser? They say second place is the loser, but I mean the loser out of 22. Because I got one in mind. You want me to go? I can go.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oscar Piastri fiasco. How the
I
hell
did.
does
Okay.
that happen to you?
I sat and watched and I still didn't see what happened. Like, but I don't know if by the time that I was watching live, it had already
Yeah,
happened. But I was watching them barely start
it
to do the
happened.
lap around, and
No,
I was like,
it happened in the pre-race show when they're taking the cars to the grid so that all the mechanics can do the whole thing on the grid before they do their formation lap.
"What did he do? What?
Lost it. He just lost it. He's going around the curve and then he loses the ass end into it, flips, hits the wall before he can get it back to the grid. Like he didn't have to race it that like he didn't have to drive it that fast. He just had to get to the grid. Like to me that's the loser. That's the loser.
Oh my
Like
god,
how do you qualify third, P3 or P4th? I think it was 5, P5. How do you qualify P5 and then
my god, dude.
just pull a Hadjar like last year?
Yeah,
Except Hadjar has some leeway because it was raining.
yeah,
This is a
yeah,
dry track on hot weather. Like, come
dude. I
on,
don't.
Piastri.
I can't even believe. I have to go back and look at it or try to find it because that just sounds fucking incredible to
Yeah, no,
me that you
I
could do
watched
that.
it live and I was like, what the hell is he doing? So to me, George is the winner, Piastri's the loser.
Yeah,
That's just
Piastri
how it
was the
is.
loser, and
Pia-
I mean, he was the loser anyways. But like, holy shit, man!
yeah, that's just
But that's another thing too is what would have changed if that didn't happen and he made it to the thing and everything took off.
but the what ifs are
Because
gone.
Norris, no, well, this is just me pondering because Norris ended up in
Fifth,
fifth
fifth, yeah.
from clear the fuck where he started at.
What do you mean? He started sixth. He was
No,
the
he.
yes, he
Oh,
did.
they were. It was P5,
It was five
P6.
and sixth. Like
Okay, so he would have ended in P5 or P6.
yeah, they wouldn't have changed anything. Because
Damn,
Hamilton, the thing that happened here is him not being in his box helped out Hamilton. Because Hamilton had all that space
to just
to just book
take
it.
off
Yeah, just take off and get into the second, third.
and not have to try to do this all the way
Exactly.
through.
So that's the only thing
Le-
that would have affected Hamilton's race eventually.
yeah.
But I think
Did you see
he would have finished the
Leclerc's
same.
takeoff though? That shit was.
But this is one key thing that I heard.
Oh,
I
it was
heard
beautiful.
in the cool down room.
Yeah.
They were talking about it, and George and Kimmy had zero battery power, zero percentage. But
Mhm.
in that freaking formation lap, that Ferrari built 20% battery.
So it's building. quicker
So it
than
builds
more
battery
than other teams.
quick. It builds battery quick, yeah. And at lower speeds because the formation lap, you're not really going all out. But George just let it out, whether it's sandbagging or trying to save face. But George
Yeah,
was like, yeah, I had like zero battery when we started off the line. And then you hear Leclerc quietly say, oh, yeah, we had like 20%. I'm like, 20% is a shit ton of power. Like,
yeah.
especially when they're divided 50-50.
Well, and I wonder how, because if I'm a driver, right, like George, I'm either giving us the excuse, right? Like,
Right?
yeah, man, we had no battery buildup by then.
And we still won.
Even though we did, who's to know?
Yeah.
It Anyone can say anything at this point to not let anyone know. Maybe Charles had 50% and he said 20.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you don't.
No, but it
I,
look
I
it.
wouldn't say it,
But the fact is that
but people
it.
slip.
But the fact is that it does look that way. It does look like they had more power off that line.
But oh, but that's going back to what I wanted to talk about the launch.
Yeah.
I I I understand why they're doing it, right? The starts the way that they are with the like rev up,
Yeah. The
and
blue
then after
lights.
the thing, then it's red, 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 go.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. I I don't like it because I'm like, you know what, bro? You should just take off or learn how to take off.
Yeah.
Like rev your shit the whole time that those red lights are going, and if you're ready, you're ready, and if you're not, sorry. I don't like the extra little adaptation
Well,
because
the thing they did.
I'm a Ferrari fan, so I'm
Yeah,
like,
but they're doing that.
where's
They're
you
doing that
know,
because just now, I mean, if you look at the way that they did it, and Kimi like spun out and lost positions, the cars that wouldn't even spin out, like they'd just be sitting there, and it's really, it's too. I mean, did you see way back in the back? Like
mm-mm,
you didn't see that? They way back in the back, around 17 or 18th. It's I can't remember who it was. It was a blue helmet. I think it was probably Bortoleto or somebody like that that has another blue helmet.
Albin,
Yeah, it was Albin then.
Albin,
That car in front of him did not get off the line well, and he did, and you just see him like by inches, like miss him, but by inches. Like it was, oh, dude, it was like
yeah,
it
but
had that car been slower, that's an accident right there. That's why they got to do that, so that to make sure the
mm,
cars get off the line. I don't think it's a bad
I
thing, to be
get it, but
honest.
it's also like if you don't know how to launch a car, should you even be a race car driver?
Yeah, but the thing
You
is,
know what I mean?
but
Like
it's
you should
not.
expect everything when you take off.
No,
If
but
they
it's
stall, you got to be ready.
yeah, but it's not that. It's not that. Obviously, they all got off the line fine. Some of
Yeah.
them faster than the other ones. But the thing is like if you don't give them the time to rev up their engine, we're gonna see cars take off the line at like 5 miles an hour. By the time they get to
Not the Ferraris.
oh yeah, even the Ferraris, because you're not letting them rev up. The
No.
reason why they got the small turbo is so that they have to rev up less, but they still have to rev up.
Well, I get it, but I wonder would any of them take off quick if it was just the red lights?
No, not even the Ferraris.
No, they would
No,
all
they
crawl and then eventually one of them would just whack.
well, it's because of the way that the turbo works. Like you need exhaust fumes to
Yeah,
push
you need to
to
spool it.
spool the turbo.
Yeah.
If you're not putting exhaust into the turbo and you're just sitting there, that's not enough exhaust for the turbo to spool. So you push down on the accelerator, and the car is gonna basically do what like new drivers do when they're learning to drive a shift stick. You get your revs up really high and you take your clutch out so slow that the car's not really moving, and then out
Yeah.
of nowhere the clutch catches and then
Yeah,
you
yeah.
stall it. It's what Hamilton's saying. Is like the worst thing that could happen is we're just gonna anti-stall. He's like, I don't think we're gonna have accidents, but we're not gonna get off the line. We're gonna anti-stall. So like, it
Mm.
makes a little bit of sense. It sucks, but
I don't like it,
it
but
has to be done.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. See, I was
Let me see.
we
I
wanted to
let
talk
me look
about
at
Checo. You said something about Checo.
Yeah, that just what did he finish at? P16,
16
right?
because
And so then
eight
the same
cars didn't finish.
and so but that's what I'm also gonna ask though is all these other we had five separate teams that didn't DNF'd one of their cars.
Yeah,
And I mean, Aston Martin, I count that as both because they were really just getting data the
they're
whole
getting
time.
data most of the time. Yeah.
You know, like this was a free practice for them pretty much. So I'm just like, five teams had five different cars that didn't finish on reliability issues,
Mm-hmm.
and all of them were hydraulic, or none of them seemed to be something different, were they? Besides Piastri crashing.
Piastri crashed. Hulkenberg couldn't even get on the track, so he didn't even start the race. He was in the pit
Oh,
lane.
but they didn't say why yet,
They
right?
didn't
They
say.
haven't announced why.
I didn't hear why.
I haven't,
Um,
yeah,
so
I haven't
I
heard
don't know
why.
what
So,
Hulkenberg's problem was. Valtteri lost power. Like he was,
so his was engine
yeah,
or electric.
his was engine because he was heading
Damn.
into the pits because he lost power and then the car shut off completely before he got into the pits.
I thought he had
Hadjar,
already lost power and he was just cruising it in and then realized he wasn't going to make it, so he parked.
no, he lost power, so he started to cruise it in like he still had some power,
Oh, okay, okay.
and then before he got into the pit, it just completely died. I know that Hadjar had hydraulic issues, um, so that takes care of three, and that leaves the two Astons. So that's 21. Checo 16. I'm missing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm missing one. Then who am I missing? The Audi,
It
the
was
Red Bull.
no, it wasn't Williams. It was
It wasn't Williams. It wasn't Haas. The RB. No, no, it
no.
wasn't RB. Piastri. Piastri's the one that I'm missing.
Yeah.
So Piastri's because he's an idiot. Hadjar had
Yeah.
hydraulics. Hulkenberg didn't even get on the track, and Bottas had an engine just dying on him. I'm surprised that the Aston Martins didn't DNF. Like the cars didn't die; they just weren't
Yeah, they at
fast
least
enough.
fast enough or well, I'm sure they're in pain. But like the drivers the whole time they were probably like
Probably. I was surprised how long Alonso stayed in 12th place.
but
To be
but
honest.
at that dude, but at that point it's like you oh my God, if they're going through all that pain, you have to do it or else the car doesn't get better.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part of it. So it's like,
I
I
mean,
wonder how many races this is going to take them out from.
key takeaways for Aston is you got the data. The cars didn't die. Alonso was in 12th for a while, which
Yeah.
that just adds even more to like the capability that Alonso has because Stroll couldn't get it out of 17th or 18th forever.
I don't think Stroll wanted to. I think Homeboy was in
You
too
think
much pain.
he was just told to get some
I
data?
think I think he was like, look, dude, we're just gonna get data, and Alonso was like, fuck that, I want to try to race, and then maybe they told him like, hey man, you're gonna
Yeah,
get a lot of
that's
nerve damage or
probably
something.
a mistake on my part because I usually go through the radios, but I didn't go through Aston
I
Martin's.
I didn't listen to Aston Martins at all because it was just a data thing. So I was like,
Yeah,
I don't want to hear that at all
yeah.
anyway.
So Checo, I mean, I'm really happy the car finished.
Yeah,
I mean, he was pretty
yeah.
slow, but the car finished.
When Bottas went out though, I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, here we go,
Is it
dude.
gonna be
His
a
bed is
20?
gonna shut
Is it
down.
gonna be a 2021 when both cars died at the first race for Red Bull? Remember that one? Max and Checo
Yeah,
both died on
yeah.
the same turn.
Both.
It's almost
Oh
like they
my
were
god,
driven by
that was
Wi-Fi and someone
hilarious.
unplugged it, and they both died on the same
Who
turn.
took their batteries out?
Yeah. No, no.
Hey, but the battles with Checo and Lawson, it's like they never left, dude. It was just
I'm glad they went at it again. I mean,
me too.
Lawson's got
Me
the
too.
better car, but you could tell who's the better driver. Because how do you have the better car and you only end up three places ahead of him?
Yeah.
And he's got a slow ass car, and you had to struggle to get by. Like,
Yeah. And meanwhile his teammate is in
yeah,
P7.
yeah. Well, at that time he was fifth.
Yeah.
So, so it's like, what are you doing there,
Fifth and you're
Lawson?
fighting with a
There's
Cadillac brand new
now
team.
I'm gonna say this again. There's five other drivers in Formula Two that could have your spot, Lawson, because Lindblad he showed up today.
Yeah, he
He
did.
showed up today, so I can't say that about Lindblad for now. We will see when we
Yeah.
get to China. But right now,
I
Lawson,
I w
you're
I
just
will
warming that
say
seat up for somebody.
I will say, going back to Hajar, dude, just that battle with Lindblad and Hajar for a little bit, that was crazy. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be such a good season. I'm
Yeah, I'm
excited, man.
excited about the
I'm
Arrow.
excited
Active
for it.
Arrow is bringing what they said they were gonna bring. A lot more battles, a lot more fights. The cars are smaller. Let's see what happens in China. But I think those are my key takeaways. Just Ferrari tactics.
Yeah,
Red
Ferrari
Bull.
strategy.
Red Bull's a weirdo. Oscar Piastri fiasco. Bortoletto magic because that boy he fought hard to stay in the points. Lindblad he's almost shutting my mouth. We'll see what goes. And like
I got one question
awesome
for
for
you
the
though.
other guys, for the data
I
guys.
I, I have a question for you though.
All right.
Do all the other teams, right? Because the top, I want to say everyone that was top six, we kind of understand how each of theirs does better, right? Like Ferrari's better in the turns,
Yeah.
a lot more acceleration, like just quick
Mm-hmm.
to like it's a quick car. But Mercedes is way more top end in clean air. They're gonna peel away
Mm-hmm.
from you
Yeah.
quick, right? So I'm wondering, did any other teams that we didn't really focus much on because they just weren't there? Aston Martin, Cadillac,
Did
uh,
they have something that stood out?
yeah, like
Is that what you
can
mean?
you think of, yeah, like the Racing Bulls, did any other team that you were watching or any other driver that you were watching that
Yeah.
something else stood out to
Yeah.
you? Because I can't even give you anything
No,
from back there.
I can. I can. For example, the RB was kind of like the Red Bull. When it was behind someone, it was quick and it stayed with them and it gave them a chance to fight. But as soon as they got away from someone, again, I don't know if it's the aero package or their tires overheat or they're not hot enough or something's going on with that RB aero package as well. But that RB had a really fast start too. Not like the Red Bull. That RB got up quick, like fast. And it's
Like the
this
Ferrari,
yeah, like the Ferrari. And it's the same
I
engine.
need to go back and watch that takeoff
And
because
it's the
I
same
don't see
engine.
it.
It's the same engine that the Red Bull has, but something's different in that
They
RB.
went a different direction with
Yeah,
something.
it's got to be the aero package or it's got to be the way that the battery is
But don't they
saving
get data
power.
from each other? So if the RBs were gonna do a lot better in one form or another, why wouldn't they share it with their sister company? That's the more important one, if
But
you want to call it that.
yeah, but
It's
the
more
but the
important.
thing is that to keep them legal, they do their own aerodynamic package. They don't run the
But you can
same.
s- but you can still they can still
Yeah,
see
they
each
can they can
other's
still
shit,
see the data. Yeah, but I
but they
believe
don't know how they got there.
I believe that Red Bull is stuck in that we're the big brother.
We need to find
I
our
don't
own
I
way.
don't need your shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Your shoes
Maybe.
don't fit me, boy. Like my
Yeah, but
shoes.
at the same time, politics and money, it's they're gonna look at it now
They're gonna
and be
look
like,
at it now.
okay,
They're gonna look at it
because
now
they,
because
because
that
because
was
they
a
were getting
surprise.
embarrassed by
Yeah,
Lindblad.
that was a surprise to see that.
Yeah,
Because Lindblad kept Max off for like 3 or 4 laps. That's a long
yeah,
time to hold Max off.
yeah,
Like that's a
yeah.
long time.
In a car that's supposed to be faster than your car.
Yeah, and then you go back a couple of
So,
laps back, and he was just
and he's a four-time world champion.
and he was cruising through
You
traffic
know,
until he got to Lindblad, and
yeah,
then he
and then
got
he just
stopped by Norris because Norris figured out the battery thing that
the battery
everybody else figured
situation.
out faster than him.
Yeah.
But like that's
So
basically what was
it's
happening.
the another reason why I'm really excited about this season is because you're gonna see a lot better of a driver come
Yeah,
out of everybody.
you're actually
Or
gonna see how good of a driver some of these guys are.
yeah, it's because like I said, a lot of it is still this, but I think the majority of it this season is gonna be up here and with strategies on pitting
Okay,
and stuff. Like
so
it's gonna be a crazy. You're gonna have to have real race IQ.
so this is one thing that I also noticed. With it being more mentally because of the active arrow, because now you have battery boost, you
Mhm.
got active arrow, and then
Yep.
you've got overtake button. So you got
Yeah.
three weapons to pass, but not in the DRS zone. Like the
Yeah.
whole track, you can use these
Yeah.
in the whole track
Whenever.
whenever. So that basically takes away the I'm gonna let him pass me before the DRS detection so that I get the
So that I
DRS
can get
and
yeah.
then I get him back. So that's out
It's
the
a lot
window. Like
it's a lot more
it changes the
chaos,
drive style like completely.
and you have to adjust to whoever is in front of you because Max drives this way.
Hmm.
Where is he gonna open up
Yeah,
and
but the thing
do
is that
here and dump the
it makes
battery there?
everybody more vulnerable
Yeah.
because you can
It
attack
levels the playing
anywhere,
field. It
anywhere on the
levels it.
track. Another thing that I saw that you probably didn't notice is the Haas. If the Haas can get their aero package a little bit better, you're gonna see them
They're
up
gonna
there
be they're gonna be the clear winner of the
of the
midfield
midfield. Yeah,
up to like
yeah,
top 6, 5.
because Ocon was too worried about clashing with Gasly instead of like realizing, dude, I need to manage my power better, and
I don't think
he's easy.
well, this is one thing, and I like call it what you want, but I always felt that Ocon was dumb.
Nah,
Like
he's good. He's good.
no, like I think he's a good driver, but I don't think he has the race IQ that
Mm.
some of these other guys do.
Yeah, Gasly's
As
got a lot of
far as
race IQ.
yeah, like as far as managing his battery well, when to do the overtake button, where to do this, like I think that's too much for Ocon up here. So he's just like, okay, I'm gonna go here, and then the overtake button is here.
Yeah,
Okay, I can do that. Ah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't really get around him here because he's not thinking about everything else that you
He's not
said.
playing chess. He's playing checkers.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Gasly had a slower car, but Gasly's got more race IQ. Like
Yeah.
I know that if Gasly was in that Haas, he would have finished higher.
Oh,
I know
dude,
for a
I
fact. And you know what's crazy? We're putting drivers in
Behrman.
Haases.
Yeah,
We're putting drivers in Haases when before we would be like, shit, I'd like to see him pull that off in a Haas because it was
yeah,
the worst car on the
yeah,
grid. And now we're
yeah. No,
like, if he had the Haas, he'd be better up there. Ollie Behrman, like I saw this. This kid is showing some stuff too.
he's got something
He's got
too. He's
something. He's
special.
got something too. But
Yeah,
the car needs to. They need to tweak it a little bit. They need to follow Ferrari a little bit more in their aero package. I
yeah,
mean, we didn't really hear anything too much about the setups, about the wings, and why they're like this and why they're like that. It's because everybody was more focused on how the race was going to play out because of the 50-50 split. But there was a lot of things in some of those midfield cars that I was like, oh shit, this is interesting. Well, oh, the Haas is like moving. The Audi, I mean, Hulkenberg is not a bad driver. He's a good driver.
he's not. Yeah,
So like, had that car been on the grid, how would the Audis have fought together to get higher up? Because Bortoleto was out there on his own and he held it down.
I feel like Hulkenberg and Bortoleto, at least from last season speaking,
Hmm.
they were pretty close to one another, and if anything, Hulk was usually a little bit above Bortoleto in the places in the
Yeah,
standings.
yeah.
So I wonder if Hulk would have done even better than Bortoleto.
It's a possibility, but I mean, it just really depends because now we're
Because sometimes Bortoleto also only comes to play. Like I've noticed that when he does stand out and shine in a race, usually it's if Hulkenberg is out or way fallen behind because they have issues in some area on the car with his or something like that. Like,
well. I wonder if it's gonna be a politics type of thing because the reason why Audi got Hulkenberg is because it's a German driver for a German team. And they kept Bortoleto because like he's F3 champion, F2 champion. I honestly think he's really underrated.
yeah,
I honestly want us to do an episode just on him because I think he's really underrated. Like I think like a lot of people just because he's in an Audi, they're like, oh, whatever. But I mean,
throw this kid away
Alonso
or
is his
whatever.
manager for a reason. I
Yeah.
mean, game recognized game. I mean,
No, dude, Gabby's got something. He's he's champion. I just
he's
don't know
champion
when.
material. He just needs a
I
good
just don't
car.
know when.
He just needs a
Yeah.
good car. Because he's doing things like, for example, he's doing things like Checo would do in a Racing Point and in a Force India. which a lot of
Yeah.
people don't give him credit for. But I mean, it wasn't like Racing Point or Force India were top
Was
four,
anybody?
was
No.
anybody, and they were finishing fourth in the constructors, fourth,
Yeah.
fifth. You know,
Yeah.
and you're talking about a little garage team, not a big ass Aston Martin $1 billion thing, new wind tunnel shit, Adrian Newey.
Yeah.
Dude, I honestly want to
Pulling
say
out
that
all the bells and
I
whistles.
honestly want to say they're the biggest fucking losers, but Piastri took that one today, by far.
Yeah, I don't know by far. They've spent a lot of money at Aston Martin, and
Yeah,
it's not showing up.
but at the end of the day, if your cars aren't gonna battle for first and second, you gotta get two cars in the points. Haas did their job today. Haas did their job today. Red Bull didn't do their job. McLaren didn't do their job. RB didn't do their job. Haas did their job today. They
Audi
got
didn't do their job.
Audi didn't do their job. Haas got two cars in the points. So at the end of the day, like that, when you're not gonna win,
They're the winning team in the middle sector right now,
they're best of the
or
rest right now.
top six, I guess.
They're best of the rest right now because they're gonna get more points than everybody else. You know, that's just how it is. Like if you're not winning races or your cars aren't battling for first or second, you got to get both of your cars in the points.
George has led the tournament, right? Before?
No,
Never?
no, no.
Really? Not even for a second?
George has 6 wins in his career, and they all didn't
Damn.
come in the same season. Like they
I,
came one
I
in
don't know
one season,
why I
two in
thought
another season, and then like
not this last
three in
season,
another
but the
season.
season, not this last season, but the season before. I feel like he was on the podium a lot that year.
Yeah, but not in first place. He was thirds. He got a second every now and then. He won one
Oh,
race.
he got disqualified
He got
twice.
disqualified twice, and he was on the podium when he got disqualified.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that that's where I think that I've seen him a lot more on a podium than I
Yeah,
actually have
no, he's got the same race wins as Checo. He's got 6 race
right
wins.
now.
Yeah, right now he just got his
But right
sixth.
now he's leading. That's crazy.
But right now he's leading, and I think he's gonna be leading in China.
I think he's going to be leading
It's
for a
gonna be a
while.
while for the other teams to catch up, and if Ferrari keeps fucking tripping themselves with their own left foot, like it's gonna be another 2023 fiasco where Ferrari just screwed themselves
I
with
wonder
tactics.
I wonder why a Lewis Hamilton, very experienced driver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was behind Charles. If you see that Charles didn't pit and you're like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna pit." And just go. Just go to the pit and make them pit you. Their team was already out there waiting for somebody, and then they both drove by and they were like, "Oh, all right."
No, they did no. That's the thing though. Like
The playback showed that
yes,
their guys were ready.
but those are fake out tactics for whoever's behind you. Like it's like
So it was a bluff
it's a
for
bluff. It's
Mercedes
a
to see
bluff.
if they would do it,
Yeah, it's a bluff for
and they
Mercedes,
did.
and they did, and they ended
So
up
that
beating
part
them
of
on
it,
that.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying though, is like if I'm Lewis, I'd be like, why is nobody boxing? Hell no, I'm going in. The team's there, they have the tires, right? It's a fake out, but it looks real.
Yeah.
So if I pull in, it's gonna be real.
Well, like
Like,
I get that, but at the same
you know
time,
what I
it's
mean?
like Ferrari learned two things today, two really big things today. One, they don't have the package for clean air to gain a lot of like a big lead, a
Space.
big
Yeah.
space to cover a pit
To
stop.
even on,
So that was a
you could
learn
do a big gap
yeah,
there
so that
losing.
was a learning experience for them. And
Yeah.
two, they were only quick on the medium.
Yeah.
You know, so like
Why though? That's so
they
weird.
lost this race, yes, but
But barely. They
but
lost it off of a strategy
but
though.
they learned two really strong things for the next one. We need
Yeah.
to figure out how to be faster in clean air, and we need to figure out why we're not bringing those hards to a better temperature to give us more speed.
I was gonna say, and if they need, I guarantee that's what's happening with the arrow at Red Bull.
Yeah,
I think that it pulls the tires even further, like the downforce or something is pushing them down harder or something, so they're heating up those tires faster. I don't know.
yeah. That
Something.
Red Bull's weird. We're gonna dig into that one later.
Yeah, that's a mystery.
All right. Well, first weekend's down. Got 21 more to go if we unless we get the other two races back, but I doubt it. We'll see how it goes. My money's still on Mercedes though.
Is next week China again?
Yeah, next week is China.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you said Mercedes. Russell takes it. It's his
Russell,
year.
it's his year. But I'm still holding on to that, even though I know that Ferrari is gonna be quick on tracks with a lot of corners. I still
Dude,
think Mercedes takes it.
mark my words, I think it's gonna be Mercedes Ferrari. Like
Battling.
I think it's gonna be
You think it's gonna be
tight.
tight?
And I think that if Lewis and Charles both really figure out those takeoffs and then the tire strategy,
Yeah.
God, please let them not fuck themselves. I think it'll be a really good season. Like,
Oh man, we'll see how it
oh,
ends then.
we're both getting our dream right now.
We'll see how it ends because
Lewis is actually right there. Oh
Lewis is actually right
man.
there. I've always thought that George could be champion. So, and I've always thought that
And
George
Charles
deserved it better than more than
and
Norris
Charles
and Charles too. Yeah.
and Charles, like we
And I'm gonna get a
it
better
could.
look at Antonelli this season for sure.
I know. I'm
So
excited, dude. It's gonna be such a good
it's
season.
been great.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Sounds good, man. I'll see you on the
All
next
right.
one then.
All right.
See you.